Hello everybody, I've been making the scrub caps for the NHS using the pattern given to me, but I decided I would try and find a way of doing it simpler without having to cut patterns out and in two pieces. So I've just devised this way out of one piece of a triangular shaped piece of fabric. This is just a piece of sheeting I've been using to try and perfect it as much as I can. The piece is 44 inches long, which is allowing for hemming. The actual whole piece, which the nurse will tie around her head, is 40 inches. It's 15 inches deep this way, but I've cut it 18 inches deep for the hemming. There's also going to be 4 pleats in the back, and we're going to turn the back up a little bit. This is the first piece that I've cut, and as you can see, I've just machined along the top edge. If you have a selvage edge, you could obviously use that, and then you don't have to do any hemming around the top at all, just the two sides. My next piece is going to be where I've actually put the lines on. I've drawn all the lines for the hemming all around. It looks huge, but I can assure you it isn't by the time you've done all the hemming and everything is done. So this is basically what it is. You then have to hem the edges. I have done 2 inches along the top, so there's a nice wide band, and about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch around the rest of it. For the ends, I haven't perfected this completely, but what I've done, I've just doubled the ends over at the end when I finished it completely. I haven't actually, not quite happy with this, but obviously that's an individual thing. If you can do it better, I'm going to go again and have another go and see what I can do. Then at the back of it, we're going to do 2 pleats each side like this. It's actually going to look a little bit like an Amish cap. Then the back here, this point here, we're going to turn up. So what we do is the pleats here, once you finish machining all round, the pleats here, they are actually 1 inch wide by 5 inches long. So we do 2 pleats at the back. From the centre of here, we're going to measure up from here 3 inches, which is enough to turn up the back. So we measure up 3 inches, we go across, and where the 3 inches ends up here, you're going to do 1 inch pleat and then sew it up 5 inches. And then you're going to leave about a 2 inch gap, and you're going to do another inch pleat by 5 inches. So we do that, and we do that the other side, and then we're ready to turn the back up. This is a completed one which I made the other day. This actually does have a selvage edge, so I didn't need to do any hemming at the top here at all. This was done for me from a sheet. I know rules and sheets and pillowcases and that, which is absolutely fine. It does cut down on the labour, and obviously we can make more and quickly. So this is how it ends up. We end up with a cap which has 2 pleats that side and 2 pleats that side, and then you end up with the back of it which is straight up. So this actually sits on the back of their head, and they then tie this around like this. And obviously I'm not very good at showing you this, I need a head to put it on really. My husband declined to have it on his head. So this goes on, this gets tied around the back as normal, like that. I just think it might be easy to make it in one piece. We could make these up quicker out of sheeting, anything that we can get our hands on, and obviously we can get them to the hospital staff, nursing, outreach people much quicker than cutting from a pattern. I do hope you find this easier. I haven't perfected it, I own up to that, but if you want to have a go at doing it, you're very welcome to. I'll go over the measurements again. It's a 44 inches long piece of fabric by 18 inches on the triangular side. I actually cut mine with folding the fabric in half, so you didn't actually have two pieces, so it was one piece. There's 4 pleats in the back, 2 either side, and then we turn the back up too, so it's about 15 inches, between 14 and 15 inches, the back part, which is between the pleats. The pleats are 1 inch wide and they are 2 inches apart. From the turning the back up at the point, it's 3 inches up either side. By that I mean we do from the point, and what we're measuring up here 3 inches first pleat, do 2 inches second pleat. So we get 2 pleats either side of the cap, and then this back bit sits at the back of the head, and then they tie it round as per usual for a cap. I do hope that's self-explanatory. Good luck and keep on sewing.